Hey, Mike Hamilton here, Lithia Toyota, one of our techs trying to be silly. I'm gonna do a little bit of a undercarriage video here. It's up on the rack. We're changing the fuel tank. We're doing brakes. We're doing, we also do emergency brakes, and also just taking a good look at what it looks like underneath. Be right back. All right, we're back. So let's take a look under here, see what kind of stuff we got going on. That's pretty rusted and pitted out here on the diff, but I mean, it's not to a point that it's like compromised the metal. I mean, that's something maybe you want to get the sandblaster on and paint it, but I mean, you can see good clean metal right there. And you got this rear sway, and then the braking mechanisms on here, the backing plates. The shocks are pretty old. Let's get under here. Look at these shocks. Yeah, that's something I'm planning to do real soon and later. The grommets look pretty good. The boot looks pretty good. That is really old looking up there. Coil springs. We got a little bit of leakage underneath here on this gasket, but is that wet? Yeah, it's a little bit wet there. I know they were changing the fluid, so I don't know if that got a little bit of residual from changing and what's going on there. See up on top, some grime, and then this gas tank is going to go away. Does look like it has the a skid plate protector here over the gas tank. I mean, you got like this old brake lines in here. See all that? Seeing, so rust isn't that bad. It's not really been in a bad environment, but that's pretty. That's where we had the leaking pan gasket. We need to get in there, and I think they're working on this here. Well, that looks like transmission oil here. So that's a transmission, not the oil pan. So just cleaning that up. Really wet underneath in here. Wow, got a lot of wetness going on down in this area. I don't know if that's this blowback from the leaking head gasket, just kind of dripping its way down. Pan gasket's all pretty wet. It's all real wet here, but we did have the again the valve cover leaking. That looks new. That Denso Toyota part right there. That's pretty dang clean. So that's the AC. So yeah, they did the AC. They got this off here, the drive line here to the diff. Front diff is off right now. You got these trailing arms. I'm probably going to go after these better trailing arms they have in Australia. So I have better articulation. We got some sensor under here that's unplugged, going to, I don't know where it plugged in at, but you can see all that right there. And yeah, what a mess under here, man. And getting that all cleaned up, and that's all probably related to the valve cover gasket leaking pretty for a long time, just dripping itself all over everything down here. So we need to get this all nice and cleaned up. What else do we got going on in here? Like this old shocks stuff going on. This diff looks pretty good. And again, brakes are going to be done all the way around, and all these differentials are going to get serviced. Oh man, they got to get underneath this and cleaning up the all the leaking oil that's been leaking downward and then outward. So that's all going on from that or not differential, but the valve cover going on. Rear steering linkage in here, steering linkage, steering stabilizer back here. A little bit of skid plates going up over here. That's protecting the transmission. And that stuff here, this all looks pretty good. Muffler. Oh yeah, we're doing the cats. Cats got done. There's a new catalytic converter. Oh, that's not the new cats. This cat's off. So that's what the plug would be for. Would be something that's the cat sensor going back over there. So working on that here. So man, tearing into it. Dirt and grime built up in here. Man, just really got to rack this thing and get underneath this and get all this oil out of here. After we get the leaks fixed. But some rust in here. Again, that's just a skid plate protecting the fuel tank right here. But I'm like really looking at that 42-gallon auxiliary tank that's designed to fit back here, taking off the this stuff. We're not going to keep the tire carrier. We're going to put the tire on a double swing out up here, the spare tire. So we will do that. But anyways, she's coming along. Like there's some parts over here from the technicians. I guess this is probably the new exhaust and double cats right here. So that's here. I mean, they've already ordered all the parts in. But yeah, I'm 28 years old. I love those, the bump stops here. So probably gonna change all that out. There's like a pneumatic bump stop that's available like through like King or somebody. And I'm thinking really like King shocks of doing the gas charge lock shocks on this and going that route. And maybe coilovers or coil springs that I'm gonna get, maybe Old Man Emu. And then again, probably maybe Old Man Emu. I don't know. King has this shock right here. I'm doing that one there. And again, these trailing arms, getting a better quality one that gives you a lot more articulation is available for these vehicles. A lot of stuff's available, but a lot of this stuff is also in stuff that's not readily available in the U.S., but mostly in Australia. Gosh, you got a lot of old car here, so a lot of stuff to work on and stuff and make good again. But it's not terribly bad for paying $97.50 for this thing. So anyways, it's what we have right now. And anyways, there you go, giving you a look at what's going on this vehicle here and where they're at with it today was with the underbody on this vehicle. So that's what we'll be working on, getting the underbody stuff done. And anyways, I'll talk to them about getting that cleaned up, or probably have to take it to professional detailing, or be me underneath it with the getting some getting some clothes on I don't mind getting dirty and getting under there with the pressure washer myself and pressure washing off all that oil underneath there. Anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.